Okay, finally, let me check if everything works with the stream once again. Um, Let me check before we are going to be diving in here. Let me see. Yes, there we are. There we are. I also see the first people joining in. Thank you so much, guys, for being back. And finally, we have some data once again. We have some important US economic data coming out once again. Because of the US government shutdown, actually, lately we've seen almost nothing coming out over the last few weeks or since the government shutdown started. I hope it will be ending soon. But this is actually one of the first important data points we are going to get in quite a long time. And just to give you guys somewhat of an explanation, because I've done some research, basically this CPI print is coming out because it's so important for the economy that they made an exception for this data, and that is why it's coming out today. It's coming out in about 15 minutes, and of course CPI is one of the most important US inflation measures for the people that don't know yet. So yeah, you don't want to see CPI coming in too hot because it lowers the chance of rate cuts. And next week we have the next FOMC meeting, so we do want a lower print than expected. If that is going to be the case, it's going to be very bullish. If not, if it comes in higher than 3.1% here, then it is going to be slightly bearish, I would say so. Let me dive into the questions just in a minute, because I also wanted to show a few things. Because what we have seen lately is that the true inflation, and this is actually one of the most important indexes for true US inflation, because in my opinion it's more trustworthy than the CPI. But US true inflation actually has been rising also in the last few weeks. So this could result in a higher CPI print than expected today. Also, after the last CPI prints, we have not seen that good of price action. Basically, we have seen dumps after the last CPI prints. So let's see if that's going to be the same once again here. It is most definitely going to be important data, and it will be causing some volatility, I personally think. So let's keep our eyes on it. It's coming out in 13 minutes, and of course I would just keep my eyes on the notifications. And also let me open the chat here so I can read through that. Hello Naren. Hi, hello not spec. Gordon, you think we will get a cryptocurrency bull run? Now we are most definitely in a bull run. Don't get me wrong. I think you were hinting on altcoins and an altcoin season, probably. Yes, it's still possible, but as we are progressing to the 4-year cycle, it is getting harder and harder, I must say. We need a lower CPI for the cryptocurrency market. Yes, you do want to see the CPI coming in lower than expected. That is indeed going to be very bullish. You don't want to see it coming in higher than expectations. Indeed. Indeed. Mm. Altcoins bull run, yeah, just like I stated here earlier. I'm also just quickly checking my phone because this is the first time in some hours I'm on my laptop again. So let me check if I've missed something. Also about the upcoming CPI data. I don't think so. So yeah, just be clear, we don't want to see CPI coming in higher than the 3.1%. We don't want to see it coming in higher. Because then I think the rate cut probabilities for next meeting are going to will get lower. It depends on by how much, but it will have an effect on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins. More likely that CPI is going to be hotter than expected. Yeah, it's more likely that it will be indeed. I don't think it's looking that good. But I must say, lately the US economic data has been very unpredictable. And lately we also saw it with the jobless claims before the shutdown. Like crazy numbers were coming out far off from the expectations. So yeah, I think the odds will bull run, but only for 3 weeks or a month. It will definitely be a short period of outperformance, but it has always been like that. Maybe a little bit longer, but the true period of outperformance is always quite short for altcoins. More likely CPI will be, yo, Lauwant, nice to have you back. What's your portfolio composed of other than cryptocurrency? Mostly just Bitcoin, Ethereum. If you're asking for my longer term portfolio, Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's what I'm truly holding for the longer term. And I might want to give an update here on my Ethereum trading position, by the way, because actually Ethereum is coming back up ever so slightly. And I did discuss, of course, a few charts this morning, also like the CPI chart, but also what I think of Ethereum, because Ethereum is actually showing quite an interesting pattern here with, I would say, somewhat of a triple bottoming pattern. And it is now moving to the upside of the range. So I think a breakout here of the range could be quite bullish, to be fair. Let's see if this pattern could be playing out here. Also, the price is clearly compressing, so we are indeed going to get a decision in the near future. Because yeah, lower highs, higher lows, it's a clear compression phase. So probably we are going to get quite a big decision, and it will be more clear where the cryptocurrency market is going to be heading next here. So super interesting, but same can be said for Bitcoin. Up, yeah, basically going into the CPI, we also have clear price compression. So maybe we could see somewhat of a decision for Bitcoin here because of the CPI. Let's see. Bitcoin's going down. Let's see about that. Why do you think Bitcoin's going down? Actually, now we are moving up to 111k. So that is indeed looking good. That is looking quite good. Actually, let me check if we are pumping. No. Hoping Bitcoin hits 150k and then run into altcoins once Bitcoin tops in the next 2 or 3 weeks. It is most definitely a possibility that Bitcoin hits 150k. I still think, and I must say, I don't see a lot of people talking about it anymore. More people are now just focused on Ethereum and altcoins, but I think that Bitcoin is also going to make another move. And it might not be to new all-time highs. I think it will be, but it might just be a bounce, which gives altcoins a little bit of room to breathe. Same can be said for Ethereum. Also, Bitcoin hitting 111k here. But back to my Ethereum trading position, just before the CPI is going to come in, I just wanted to quickly discuss this. I'm still on a slight loss. Like most people know on the channel, we have been slowly DCAing into the Ethereum trading position. For now, I'm just chilling basically because I'm exposed. It's fine. If Ethereum is now going to make a big move, I will be making a good profit. If not, I will just stay adding more to my trade because I also added another 10k to the account. So yeah, if you do want to join me with this trade or a lot of other different altcoin trades here on LBANK, make sure to come over to the description of this live stream, and there you can find the link to LBANK where you can claim your bonus. Let me see if everything works correctly here. It is working indeed. You can also win some other stuff. So make sure to check it out if you do want to start trading. No way financial advice, of course. Hoping Bitcoin hits one. Oh yeah. So what are we expecting? Small up flush and then last leg of this year's super cycle. I don't know, man. It's always for me just closely to US economic data. I don't really do predictions. It's so uncertain. I have some feeling that Bitcoin will reach 200k this year, and I think it's a little bit high, but let's see. For something like that, we do want to see Q3 ending and QE starting, because that's also a big thing for next week. Is that we might see the ending of QT. I don't know if you guys saw it, but yesterday we saw the news coming out from, I think it was JP Morgan out of my head. Let me quickly see if I can find it. Let me see. Here, maybe. No, this was the news we got in this morning that JP Morgan is going to allow institutional clients to use Bitcoin and Ethereum as collateral. But what I was looking for is the news from yesterday. Also, of course, CZ got his pardon, which was quite big news coming out yesterday. It is happening more and more now. I feel like the market is coming to life a little bit in the last few days. Where is the news again? I can't seem to find it, but I'm quite sure it was JP Morgan. Or maybe... Yeah, JP Morgan expects the Federal Reserve to end quantitative tightening next week. That's all we need to know. But I could understand that maybe the CPI will have an effect on the ending of quantitative tightening also, I would say. But yeah, let's see. Data coming out in 5 minutes. So yeah, super excited to see where this is going to be heading next. For the new people joining in, I will give a quick explanation about CPI once again. A very important measure for the US inflation. So let's go to the CPI. Core inflation, we're looking at the year-over-year mostly. And then we have the 3.1% target now, or the expectation. We don't want to see this coming in higher. If this is going to come in higher, it's going to be bearish, I would say so. If it's going to come in lower, then it's going to be very bullish for the markets, because the Fed doesn't really want to cut that much into high inflation. So if inflation rises, of course, your probabilities of rate cuts are going to drop lower, and that's ultimately bearish for Ethereum, Bitcoin, and other assets. So yeah. Let's see, 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Oh yeah, and for the people that did not see this yet, true inflation has also been rising up. So in my opinion, a much more trustworthy inflation measure for the US inflation has only been moving up, basically 6 monthly highs. So that's why I could expect quite a hot CPI print. But let's see. Maybe not. Still a lot of possibilities. I will keep my eyes on the news, also notifications here. And US September CPI due seen plus core. Since I was also saying this earlier, but for the people dropping in, I think it's going to have a big effect on price here also, because what we're now seeing for Ethereum and Bitcoin is that we are in some lot of compression phases. Oh, my food is here. I will quickly grab my food. 1 minute. Okay, sorry. I'm back. I grabbed my food, but now CPI is literally coming in 2 minutes, but I just had to grab my food, and I will enjoy that after the CPI data. Has the data come out yet? No, in 2 minutes it's coming out. So very important to keep our eyes on X. I mostly just track it on X. I was saying that indeed Ethereum and Bitcoin compression phases, lower high, higher lows. So the price is compressing, a breakout, both sides possible. Let's see about exactly that. Okay, I will just keep my eyes on this now. I'm also on my phone in the meantime, so I can catch the news as quickly as possible. Everybody but is clenched until the CPI. Yeah, most definitely. It's very important. It's coming out in 1 minute now, so let's see. Here we go. I'm very curious how this is going to look like. Let's see. Any moment now. Any moment. Any moment. Few seconds left. So remember, guys, above 3.1% is going to be bearish. Below is going to be bullish. And like expectations, it's going to be like expectations. So neutral. Let's see. It is 16:30 now. There it is. There it is. 3% year over year. I already see it. So this is bullish. This is bullish. Let me see if I can show it on the screen here. US CPI came in at 3%. It's not loading on the 3%. Yes, 3%. So lower than expectations, which is very bullish. Let me quickly post this on X also. Bullish. Are we pumping? Are we pumping? Let me check. Lower. Okay, did a quick post here. Bitcoin breaking the triangle? Seriously? That's crazy. There we go. We are moving up. Indeed, breaking the triangle now. Bitcoin breakout. Oof, oof, oof. Let's see. Bullish data, I must say. Very nice. What's Ethereum doing? Also moving up ever so slightly, but not that much. I think mostly a holy pump. It's not that much of a pump. Let's see. Whoa, Bitcoin is quite a crazy pump. Just getting some posts out on X. Please, Mr. President, do not use the tariff words. I'm tired. Yeah, definitely. Bitcoin breaks 112k. Powell, yeah, because the rejection of 112k, unfortunately. Let's see. Economic data or in 30 minutes. Powell's not going to speak today. It's just economic data coming out. He is not going to speak. But yeah, it is bullish data. Let's see. Well, Bitcoin seems to have some trouble to truly make a decision. Look at the rejection we are getting from of the triangle. Bitcoin target. Not really what you love to see. Trades are increasing bets on 2 additional rate cuts this year. From 96 to still 96 by me, not updated yet. This October, let's check December. 88% chance of a rate cut. Okay, interesting. Nothing will move it. It is not looking that good, I must say. I'm quite, would not say worried, but I would have expected a bigger pump, to be fair. S&P 500 surges nearly 1% to new record highs. Okay, the S&P 500 is making all-time highs, but crypto remains to be lagging behind, which is interesting, but also logical. Whoa, US stock market's gone crazy. Let me quickly show that. Whoa, insane. Weak reaction, indeed. My stocks pump hard pre-market. Yeah, I see. Look, S&P futures surged nearly 1%. Let me open it for you guys. There we go. US stock market. My stocks are pumping hard, had a weak reaction, nothing will move it. Bro, where's the gold donation? The gold donation? The rotation, you mean, probably. Unless Nasdaq will kick it. Let's see. Okay, interesting. So US stock market moving higher. Bitcoin not showing that much yet, but another rejection basically. But what I must say is that I think if the US stock market is just going to continue pumping higher this evening after market open, maybe Bitcoin could start following. Same can be said for other assets, but of course, seeing the US stock market perform like this is going to make me bullish. Let's see. New all-time highs for US futures. So that does look promising for Bitcoin and crypto, I would say. Okay, guys, that was then the CPI print for today. I'm going to end stream simply because I had a very busy day. I also want to eat something, guys. I will be coming back with longer live streams in the near future, but I think we have seen the most important thing, and that is the CPI data coming in lower than expected, which is bullish, but now only the US stock market is truly pumping on it, and the crypto is still lagging behind a little bit, not doing that much yet. So let's see, each just about to go past 4K. Let's hope. When will the crypto market structure bill pass? I am hearing some stuff about this or next week, but let's see. Could be a very bullish development for crypto. Here now, Bitcoin is major resistance zone. Let's see if we could be breaking it. But yeah, I will keep you guys up to date on X also. If I'm going to see an interesting breakout from stuff. Make sure, guys, if you do want to trade yourself and claim the deposit bonus, to come over to the description of the live stream, claim your deposit bonus here, and then you can also open and trade like me. What I'm doing on Ethereum, also almost back in a profit now, which is amazing because I've been in loss for the last few days. But in LBANK you can also trade a lot of different altcoin pairs. So make sure to check it out. Also, if you do want to support the channel, if you enjoyed the videos or the live streams or anything on the channel, make sure to come and check it out. Let's see last time if here something changed. Oh, actually the December odds are moving higher now. December odds moving higher for rate cuts, and October odds ever so slightly lower. That's funny. Oh no, well, it's still the same. It was glitching. My fault. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching, all of you. Yeah, make sure to check out the links. I hope you guys enjoyed it. CPI looks good. Let's see if the stock market can continue the pump. Little rejection here, but let's see. If you are still looking for a stream, I think Mr. Crypto, one of my good friends, is still live. Yeah, make sure to come and watch his stream. He will be also discussing a little bit more, but I will be going. I'm just going to have some food, and I will see you guys within the next live stream or my next update video.